Excuse me. Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're going to talk about Dynamite, September 27th, 2023. Taz, Excalibur, Tony on commentary. We're in Colorado, and we started off with the AEW International Championship. Ray Phoenix puts it up against Jeff Jarrett, who's on ringside. Jay Lethal, Singh, Sanjay, and Karen, of course. Yeah, and this match was okay. Ray for the win. But Jon Moxley was not supposed to lose this championship to Ray. He got hurt on their championship match, and it was decided. I believe it was decided midway through the match that Ray was going to beat Jon Moxley for that championship. You know, I don't like seeing injuries in the ring, but Jon got knocked. He got knocked on his head pretty bad, and it was just decided on the fly. And things happen. This is what happens inside that ring. You know, injuries can happen, so I hope Jon gets recovered real soon. Kid recovers real quick. It's no fun being hurt, and I know he loves the sport as much as we do. So hopefully speedy recovery for Jon Moxley, and I believe it was concussion that he suffered, a bad one. So, but Ray Phoenix retained his championship against Jeff Jarrett. Next up, we have MJF and Adam Cole fishing on a boat in Long Island from last week. I will tell you, these two bring me so much joy when they're on the ring, in the ring and in these little segments, these brochacho moments. These moments just make me happy, and just like I smile ear to ear. You know, it's MJF's dad's boat, and then of course the Adam's like, "What the?" And then cuts to. And they're fishing, and MJF's like, I get it, with Roddy and everything like that. So, but there was a moment where he talks about Roderick Strong, and he's like, hey, man, this, and let me get you another beer, and he gets a diamond ring out, and I was like, oh, no, then he's gonna whack him here, and then he's gonna throw him in the river, in the Long Island River, but... and Adam Cole calls it. It's like, if you brought me out here to take me out, the diamond ring, blah, 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 I understand, but you need to understand that our relationship is more than that. But, we complete each other, we make each other, and, but things happen like this, especially what's going on with Roderick Strong. And sadly, we found out that Adam's hurt. Like when he jumped off the ramp to go help, MJF during his match. I didn't know it was that bad. I know he jumped off the ramp and he hit, and he kind of did it but I thought he was okay, but it actually is a little bit worse than that. But this was just fun. Then they're fishing, and they catch a Captain Insano, open up a can, whoop ass. I thought this was great. He's like, you caught something, that it's Captain Insano in the water. Then they have a beer, and he's like, you guys are all right. Great stuff, man. This was my highlight next to what goes on later on tonight. Don Callis family, they went to Tokyo, they found Ibushi's dojo, and they beat the shit out of him. But they're in the ring with Renee, where they showed that footage. Sammy, I think he's got this Tony Montana vibe going on right now with his with just the way he's coming out dressed and everything like that. But they have a big match for not for anything, but for honor. Let's just say for honor. Don Callis family versus Chris Jericho, Ibushi, and Kenny Omega at Wrestle Dream this Sunday. Big weekend for wrestling fans. Then from last week, they showed Ricky Starks, saying like, hey, I went one-on-one, Bryan Danielson, Yuta gets in his face. This sets up a match with Ricky Starks and Yuta at Wrestle Dream. So we're building, but this is a nice build. This isn't just like throwing everything we can into the the pay-per-view. Like, I felt like with Wrestle Dream it was a little bit more natural, where they're not last minute. Like, when they try to build all out in like 1 week, it was a lot. But this, I felt, was a little more natural because we had a little more time to build to these pay-per-views. And if they do start streaming on Max and they get to the 12 pay-per-views a year, like WWE, they have to start these natural builds to these pay-per-views, 2-3 weeks out, maybe 2 weeks out at best. And that's what we were doing tonight. Blind eliminator match for the whoever's going to be a number one contender for the International Championship. Nick Jackson versus Brian Cage versus Claudio Castagnoli. Nick Jackson for the win. I was very surprised by this. I was very, very surprised by this. I was like, Nick Jackson versus Ray Phoenix for the AEW International Championship? Yes, please. I'll take 2. Give me 2. Then we have, they're going to face each other next week, yeah. Then we have the Righteous promo package. I really love the Righteous. I dig them. I dig what he's saying, you know. But we have next Adam Cole, MJF. They come out. Adam Cole's got the cast on his leg. MJF tells him like, "Hey, Adam Cole's like, we're gonna relinquish these titles," and MJF's like, "Yeah, whoa. You did not make my kosher ass wrestle twice in one night to win these championships and relinquish them to the Righteous. No, I will take them on in a 1-on-2 handicap match at Wrestle Dream." Then Roderick Strong comes out with the Kingdom. Roderick's like, "It's an emergency. I need you, buddy." And MJF was so nice. He goes, "Hey, go take care of your friend. I will be right here." And out of nowhere, here comes Jay White. Oh my God. Every fiber of my being as a professional wrestling fan, I was like, I knew one day this would happen, but I didn't know it was going to be tonight. MJF and Jay White face to face, and I tried to run around. I was like, "Oh my God!" And my wife's like, "God damn it, sit down, you big head boy." But I'm limping because my ankle started to swell up yesterday. And I'm like, "Oh my God!" And she's like, "You're gonna hurt yourself." I was like, "I don't care." MJF and Jay White in the ring at the same time. And she's like, "Oh my gosh." I think one of these days she's gonna buy a tranquilizer when I get like that and excited for these things and go pop. You know, my ass go ooh, boo. But really great back and forth. MJF, saying he's a top sirloin steak, and calling Jay White tofu, saying you absorb all the flavors, you do this, you do that. Got a tofu chant in the crowd. Jay White comes back. I really enjoy this interaction, and Jay White's gunning for that AEW championship, and I cannot not be excited. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I'm sporadic. I'm illmatic. I don't care. All the words that rhyme with excited. Yeah, is there illmatic? No, illmatic. Excited? Illmatic? No, that doesn't rhyme. What the fuck am I talking about? But still, I'm excited. Over the moon for this interaction between MJF and Jay White. Next up, we got Christian Cage, Darby with JR back there. No confrontation. They got a big match, 2 out of 3 falls. Darby grabbed the water and started getting his face paint like, I got no why behind this. Then of course Christian Cage going after dead people, what Christian Cage does. And he does it in such a monotone voice, like, "Yeah, I'm Christian Cage. I'm so cool. I'm going to make fun of dead people. I'm going to do this and call Nick Wayne's mom." He has that monotone voice. It's just so creepy. But then we have Orange Cassidy versus Penta versus Matt Jackson versus Austin Gunn in a fatal 4-way here. Orange Cassidy for the win because they got a big fatal 4-way tag team match. Who's going to be the number 1 contenders for the AEW Tag Team Championships. And Orange Cassidy is going to be teaming up with Hook and, of course, the Lucha Bros, the Young Bucks, and Bang Bang Gangs here. The Guns all going to be in this fatal 4-way at Wrestle Dream. So a lot's going on. We're building towards it, And after the match, Hook comes out. So Orange Cassidy has a little bit of advantage. Orange punched Matt Jackson for the win. Willow Nightingale versus Julia Hart. Willow's got one eye, coming out to this match. But Julia Hart for the win. Julia beating down Willow afterwards. And Chris Statlander comes out because they have that TBS championship match at Wrestle Dream. A lot of stuff going on. And I really enjoyed this build. Next up, we got Renee with Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland contract signing for their big match. A lot of great stuff here. Swerve, I am a huge fan of Swerve. Like he deserves all the love on that mic, in that ring, everything. And him and Hangman Adam Page there's gonna be a fight. There's gonna be a fight, ladies and gentlemen, between these two. And I love what he brought up Seattle, hometown, Swerve's house. Said I'm glad that we dumped Russell Wilson here got him out of Seattle. How embarrassing it is. Like, he brought up that, and that crowd was like, boo. But, such good shit here, man. And Adam brought some punches, too, as well. So, I know these two. And, we didn't even get the Prince Nana dance because even Swerve knew as a heel, as Prince Nana was about to dance, he's like, nah, fuck these people. They don't deserve your dance, Prince Nana. I was like, ooh. But this was a great contract signing. Ended up with a little bit of a fight. Adam Page stabbed Swerve's hand with the pin, and Renee got out of there. So this is going to be crazy at Wrestle Dream. Then not just to end it here. We get cameras going to the back, and there's a beatdown on Jay White. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? All these masked figures and everything and all that, they're beat up Jay White. Bang Bang Gang's not there. Everything. Beat him up. Leave him there. And it turns, and the devil mask that MJF wears is right there in the camera. Just looks at it and grabs it. Grabs the camera, and that's like, it's over. And I was like, oh my God, this was woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. What's weird too is like NXT ended with the contract signing, and then we ended it with the beatdown. Same thing for here. But either or worked really well. No one went through walls on this episode, but, Jay White, a message was sent from the devil himself. This was good television. I honestly give this show a solid 5 out of 5. My favorite match of the night was Orange Cassidy, Penta, Matt Jackson versus Austin Gunn. Favorite segment of the night was Hangman and Swerve. Super, super fun time with Adam Cole and MJF. But, man, I got to say, overall, this night was MJF and Jay White face-to-face, and soon we're going to get these two to face each other for the AEW Championship. I'm ecstatic. Ecstatic as well as riding with Illmatic. Okay. I don't know why they came back, but that's it. That is besides the point. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Share it with your grandma, share it with your grandpa, share it with the bum down at Walmart, and go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet NWP logo. And created by Penta X. That's it. That's all. There you go. That's it. All right. And remember, I'm KMB the Sexy Ninja, and the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
How is this? Somebody's getting. Wait.